Hello, Potato, and thank you for joining me on the fifth leg of the Soup March. 13 soups, 1 month, all soup to march to, all March long. We have 9 soups left, which means we have 8 options, because don't forget, the hot ones are counted as 1. So I'm going to retire the 10-sided Terran Empire Publishing dice and replace it with an 8-sided matching blood-spattered die from the same set. Toss it into my once-a-day designs dice tower, hopefully with better accuracy than yesterday, so we can get it all in 1 try instead of 3. And we'll see which soup we'll march into today. And the answer is number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is our spicy tortilla Millie's sipping broth. We had sipping broth in part 2? We had 3 of them total. We did, oh, it is stuck to the hot ones. We did, I've forgotten what it was. It was pretty decent. Oh, it was the delight pho. It was a pho broth flavored option. And it was pretty good. Had a nice yeasty flavor to it. Keto-friendly, gluten-free, plant-based. It doesn't say it is vegan, but it is plant-based. It's also kosher. 10 calories per bag. It makes 1 cup of broth. And with 1 gram of protein and 14% of your daily sodium, which does, I think, make it the lowest sodium thing on here. However, it's also the like lowest calorie and probably ultimately the least filling, if not any less tasty. So we need 8 ounces of boiling water, just like last time. Steep for 4 minutes. Squeeze broth bag for more flavor. And there's the story of Millie. I read all of this in episode, I think, 2 of Soup March. If you really want to hear it, you can go back and watch that video again. Otherwise, you could have paused it at any time while I'm talking here and read it. Other than to say this one is, well, it's a little different. It's a little different. It does say spiced tortilla sipping broth is a zesty blend of chilies, lime, and spices, which the other one didn't say because it wasn't spicy tortilla broth. So we've had a couple spicy things so far. We've had the mild hot ones. We've had the proper good Thai-style red curry, which claimed to be medium heat, but was less spicy than the mild hot ones. And now we're going to have spicy tortilla, which doesn't have like a rating on it for how spicy it is. I don't know that Millie here. I have very low expectations of the spice from anything called Millie's sipping broth. And it is again sideways in the package. Only this time the package is sealed, so you can't just open it and turn them. So I guess we'll just finagle one out. We'll finesse it. There we go. Got it out. And check it out. There's a hair. That hair is too long to one of mine too. That's not good. Spicy tortilla flavor. What's in this? Yeast extract, dried tomatoes, sea salt, dried basil, dried garlic, dried carrots, dried onion, rice hulls, crystallized lime. We had lime in the curry one too. Getting some combinations of the same flavors here. All right, but not exactly. The lemongrass is over in the Thai lemongrass, which makes sense. And the other one was a Thai style soup. So we have our little tea bag of broth again. It is primarily, as we discovered before, the dark stuff is the yeast. The rest of it is the flavor. Let's give it a sniff. Ooh, wow, that is very strong smelling. Honestly, it doesn't smell that different from the Thai curry soup. I mean, it does smell, it has more like of a Mexican smell. It doesn't smell as like tikka masala-y. But I think the red peppers are definitely our dominant scent here. Were there red peppers actually in this? Yeah, there they are, red pepper flakes. Maybe tomato. It smells like enchilada sauce. That's what it smells like to me. It smells like canned enchilada sauce, which is not a bad thing. So let me get some boiling water, 8 ounces of boiling water, and we will make ourselves some spicy tortilla sippin' broth. Be right back. Here we are with 1 cup of just off the boil water, fresh from the kettle, and a glass to make it in. So, like before, we'll just put our little broth sachet in there. And I'm gonna add the water to it. See, there it is. I think I'm gonna spare you the fast forward this time, because I kind of thought, I don't know, I kind of thought this brewing would look more interesting with a delight thaw, and it didn't. And so I don't feel like there's any point in doing that again, unless something really interesting does happen. So instead, I'm gonna just jump ahead 4 minutes again, unless something really interesting happens here, and we'll try some Millie's spicy tortilla sipping broth. 4 minutes has elapsed, actually a little bit more than 4 minutes. I kind of lost track of time. And yeah, nothing interesting happened here, so we're not gonna, you won't have seen a fast forward. We'll just have jumped straight to this. I do need to, I thought this one said to stir, maybe not. Well, we'll fish the tea bag out of there. And then you have to give it a squeeze, try to get the, we did discover in the last time we did one of these Millie's ones, the delight thaw, yeah, you really do have to squeeze that, because the yeast has a lot of flavor in it that you're missing out on if you don't. Problem, of course, being that having just pulled it out of water that was boiling 5 minutes ago, is that it's the bag is very, very hot. But I think that'll do. Put that off to the side and check out our finished spicy tortilla flavored sipping broth. It's got a nice kind of reddish color to it. Doesn't smell quite so much like enchilada sauce anymore, or at least not as strongly of it. The yeast smell is actually very prominent. It does smell very similar actually to the delight thaw, because of that yeasty smell to it is almost the dominant scent when you get it right up to your nose after having brewed it. But will it taste as soup brothy as the, because spiced tortilla soup is not a soup that I generally drink or eat, or however you want to phrase it for soup. So while the other one tasted like, like a good ramen broth, I don't know that I have much of a frame of comparison for this. Let's give it a try. Very much tomato and yeast. Dribbled a little bit there. Yeah, very much getting tomato. I'm gonna say it's not as strongly flavored. Maybe I didn't squeeze enough out. Not as strongly flavored as the delight thaw was. Delight thaw had a really nice, like ramen broth kind of a flavor to it. This, I'm getting the yeast, I'm getting a little tomato. What I'm not getting is spice. Yeah, I'm not. This is spicy tortilla like spicy nacho Doritos, which is to say not spicy. It's tomatoey, it's yeasty, it's not as good as the delight thaw. If you said you have to drink one of these, spiced tortilla or delight thaw, I would definitely drink the delight thaw first, because that to me had a much better flavor. Maybe it's just I like that kind of flavor profile more than this one. I mean, which is a little weird, because I've certainly spent a lot more of my life eating like Mexican food than I have eating like ramens and anything other than like really Americanized Chinese food. So you would think that this would be more, or maybe it's because I have so much more to compare it to, that this is, as far as just the general flavors of like a Mexican food inspired thing, that I just have so much more to compare it to, and that's why this kind of disappoints. Or maybe the delight thaw just set the bar really high, and spiced tortilla and perhaps Thai lemongrass just can't compete against it. We'll find out when the dice send us to that one. It's not bad. It is probably the least favorite thing I've had so far in Soup March. Now that said, we haven't tried either of the things that I'm hesitant about. But yeah, it's fine. I don't think it's as good as delight thaw. I'm gonna give it, on a scale of 0 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 4. It's not bad. I mean, I think once you get down to 3, you're talking about just kind of bad stuff. 5 and 6 are like average. 4 is like, oh, just a little below average. 3 is just not good. Anything 3 or below is just not good stuff. This is not bad stuff. It's just not, it's not hitting it for me in the same way the Delight Thaw did. The Delight Thaw just had a good flavor to it. The yeastiness was nice. This one, I don't know, like Marmite and almost a subtle tomato just doesn't really do it for me. Especially given how much it smelled like enchilada sauce to start with, and how much I like the flavor of enchilada sauce. So, yeah, I mean, this is the first thing I would say I'm kind of disappointed in. And I think it's just because the bar has been set, even though I've kind of given everything like I think 6s and 7s, the bar has still been set pretty high so far during Soup March. And this just barely misses it. It's not bad. It's not as good as Delight Thaw. It is the least good thing we've had on the Soup March, but it's, you know, it's fine. It's a sippin' broth. If you like the yeasty flavor of like a Marmite with a little tomatoiness to it, you're probably going to be okay with this. It's definitely not spicy. Do not let the word spicy tortilla say anything to you there, because I want to say this is probably the least spicy thing. The beef birria ramen wasn't spicy, and I'm going to say this is probably less spicy than that. And maybe that's part of the problem too. Maybe just because you put spicy on the box, you set for me an expectation of heat, and the only heat I'm really getting off of this is the water. I'm not even getting there was like a pepperiness to the Delight Thaw, and I'm not getting that here either. So yeah, kind of a disappointment. Oh well. You can't have a full month's march without tripping over a couple things, right? And in a couple days, we'll roll the dice again, and we'll have another of our dwindling supply of soups. We have 8 left, 8 more episodes of Soup March, and I have high hopes and high hesitation, both, for things remaining here in the void space. But let me know in the comments, have you tried this, or have you tried any of the Millie stuff? What have you thought of it? Have you tried this and the Delight Thaw? Perhaps you bought the same 3-pack of broths that I did. Which did you like better? Do you find the spice tortilla to be all spicy? Let me know in the comments. But with that, I'm going to go finish my broth and then probably make something a little bit more substantial for lunch. But I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and come back in another couple days for the next episode of The Soup March.